Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. I said I'd try to come on Saturdays. Theoretically, I could maybe come on other days, but I'm often quite tired on those days. Oh, sorry. Hi everybody. Good to see you. 1 second. I forgot. I was trying to... I don't know who's here. Probably nobody, because I don't stream that often anymore. I have to go and get my dream, and go try and get my dreams accomplished. Is it just me? It's just me. Fantastic. Well, 1 second. Let me. Just 1 second. Truth of the matter. Had a belt on. The belt buckle was pointing, like, stabbing right into my stomach. It was very annoying and get a little not fun. So I'm here. Okay, I'm here. I'm here. I am officially here. I have arrived to do some art. You know, I am vaguely aware that I said I would play some video games on here at some point to make up for me not doing the writing streams anymore. Want to, haven't yet. It's easier to just do the thing that I already have set up for. Time, everybody, just time. I have so little time now. So little time now. Okay. Sure. Okay. Da da. Nope, right. Hey! Isn't it great I'm alive? I know there was some debate about that. How's it going, Robin? Good to see ya. What you been up to these past few days? Weeks, I guess. Sorry. Time is but an illusion right now. Oh, jeez, that sucks. That sucks worst. I'm sorry to hear that. Ugh. That sucks. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. That sounds very annoying. But beside, are you still within warranty? That's good. You love me a good laptop. Oh yeah, then you should be able to get warranty. I use my iPad all the time. It's nice for work. Oftentimes, oftentimes I can get a lot more done if I just take my iPad and like sit down on my comfy chair and do it from there. So annoying. Oh boy. Well, at least you're still under warranty. I remember when I got an Alienware computer, and like the first month I had it, it broke down. I was so excited for that stupid Alienware computer. And then it broke down almost immediately. I was so mad. Yes. But besides that, what have you been doing to occupy yourself? Playing any more Lego Star Wars games? sucks. That's good. That's good. That's interesting. Doing traditional troll things, living under a bridge, testing people with riddles, I assume. Oh, I'd love to hear that. How did that happen? I think you mentioned that you're. I think I heard that. Yeah. Nice. So many fucking notifications. Sorry. Oh, I don't remember. Oh, how did you connect with your friend? Just message them? Said, hey, how's it going? Did you do... I don't want to talk about that. That was a few days. People, stop messaging me. Okay. Sorry. Oh, that's so nice. That's so nice. You know, I always think that. I think that, you know, I have all these old friends I haven't talked to in a while. And you know, it occurs to me, I'm like, I always get so nervous. And I'm like, you know what? People just like being reached out to. And, you know, just do it. And people probably will be pretty receptive to it. So nice. implications. That's sweet. That's really sweet. So, have you seen the cinematic masterpiece that is Madame Web? That's nice. How is the work thing going? I know it's pretty bad. I just read that Dakota Johnson apparently fired her agency. Now it's unconfirmed if this had to do with Madame Web, but it sounds like it did. See, Madame Web is a terrible pick for, I think, a movie. I don't know. I don't know why. No, I mean, I know why. I know business reasons why, but it's pretty bad. It's a pretty bad pick. Do you know the character of Madame Web at all? Don't be. Nobody should. She's not. Well, okay. So, Madame Web is has psychic powers, and she's a very old woman who can see into the future. And she's most notable for appearing in the last few episodes of the 90s Spider-Man. Nobody should. Nobody cares about Madame Web. This is part of the problem. They picked kind of of the 90s 2000 cartoon where she appears for a few episodes. She helps Spider-Man cross the Spider-Verse. That's it. She is not a character that people particularly cared about all that much or they were interested in. She was just a character. And inexplicably, Sony yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Nobody cared. I don't think anybody has cared about this this Spider-Man universe that Sony wants to do. It irritates me because they're doing because they're doing a Kraven movie. Kraven can't appear in the MCU, which is annoying because in the comics, Kraven, Spider-Man's final fight with Kraven is probably one of the best Spider-Man stories that they've ever done, and I really kind of wish we could see that on screen. But we're all going to see it, right? We all have Madame Web fever. Right? We're all web heads. And by that we mean Madame Web heads, not any other type of denomination that indicates. Like, the main actress apparently fired her... Possibly. Feels like that's a movie that you should go see with, like, a friend or two. And you'll have your own private screening. I just think it's funny. Like, I think it would behoove Hollywood actors. Like, listen, Hollywood actors, we appreciate you as comic book fans for taking the sometimes ridiculous things in comics and giving it, like, weight and gravitas. I appreciate that immensely from you. I think you're doing a good job with that. I just think possibly it would be a good idea to have a little bit of familiarity with the character you're playing before you sign up for it. Madam Web is not a character with, like... And people always go, well, Guardians of the Galaxy, Guardians of the Galaxy. That is not the same thing. That is not the same thing. The Guardians of the Galaxy comics were a cult hit before they were a mainstream hit. And poor Adam Scott. I love Adam Scott. He's one of my favorites, but he's always... Anytime he's in a movie, it's never a great sign. It always means, like, he was, like, number 7 or 8. And, like, Sydney Sweeney, who's in this, is, like, I think, like, a legitimate star, or, like, a rising star. Like, she didn't need this movie. I don't know Sydney Sweeney. I'm out of touch with pop culture generally. That's okay. I'm creating pop culture. Yeah. I mean, technically I am procrastinating from work right now. It's fine. Thing I've learned about remote work is you got plenty of time to do it. As long as you get it done that day, it's fine. You know? So it's like I'll sit down and do some work later tonight. I'll be fine. It's good. I'm tired, but I'm good. It's good. The actual, like, meat of the job. Callie! Good to see you, buddy. Hasn't started yet. We're starting officially on... So we've been doing a lot of stuff to prep for that, which is good, but it's, you know, it's a lot. And technically I should be doing that right now, but I'm not, because I've been doing that all week and I need a break. I need a break. How's it going, Callie? Yes, whoop for me. Whoop for me. I declare thee. You know. It's okay. Quite right. Since that's a how is everybody doing? It's weird working at home because you know the job is remote, which is nice, but it feels in many ways my life hasn't changed at all, even though I know it has. What's everybody doing these days? But it's nice that I can like suddenly like afford things, you know, like you know what suddenly reduces a whole heck a lot of your a whole ton of your anxiety stuff. Being able to like confidently say, "Money, I have money now." Suddenly, ooh boy, does your anxiety go way down. Like, oh wait, I don't have to like I'm not afraid of where I'll get like food. It's not like I was ever struggling to that level, but the longer I went without a job, the more I was afraid I wasn't gonna get one. Did you just give me some did you just get me some stuff? I'm not watching. Oh my god. Robin, I did not see that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for if I came off like a jerk. I did not see you gave me stuff. Thank you. And oh, you subscribed. Oh. Sorry, I wasn't watching that screen. I was watching oh. Thank you so much. Callie. Sorry if I came off like a bit of a jerk there. That is wow. You guys are so nice. Yeah, if you guys... No, I'm paying attention. I just have you up in the screen where I can see everybody all at once. Where I can see all the... Oh, darn it, we missed the hype train. Thanks, Robin. Thank you so much. And thank you, Toast. Thank you. Thank you, Toast. I pay attention. I pay attention. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, that's so annoying. Oh, that's so annoying. Let's see. Let's see. Boop. You need $50 to hit the payout. Toast. And then they'll get the Twitch will send you a sorry. Twitch will oh boy, that's a tongue twister right there. Twitch will send you a check for $50 that you can use to do whatever you want. It's your money. I get them to send me a check. I like having checks. It makes me feel like a grown-up. Callie! Tell me. 1 second. Check your thing, Robin. Yeah, Nice, Callie! Holy heck! Congratulations. Also, Robin. Guess what? Check your thing. You may have just hit your limit. Your threshold limit. And Callie, that is so fucking awesome. What are you doing? Tell me. I sent you 71 cents. Sorry. That's really cool. That's super cool. What type of... That's like Human Society, right? If I remember my college stuff right. That's so cool. I'm really... Callie, that rules. I'm so proud of you. I believe... I believe it's a little different, right? I believe that would be archaeology. Paleontology. Anthropology is the study of human civilizations, right? If I am remembering correctly. And I assume I am. Callie, are you going to be Indiana Jones? Callie? Know that feeling. No worries. It is the great and thunderous novelist. I am doing good, my friend. I am doing good. Good to see you. I'm doing fantastic. I am procrastinating on work at the moment, but I don't care. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's the writing itself the official me actually writing for these people will officially start next week. Right now, it's been a lot of like prep for that, which is good. It's a lot, but we've been prepping for it, so I'm excited to get to the actual meat of the job. I technically should be working more on that stuff right now, but I don't want to. I'm tired. I want to relax and party with friends. I know what show I'm going to be working on, and met my showrunner. She's nice. Exactly. The thing about Tara, and for anybody, that's very cool, Callie. Callie's going back to school. Terrible. The thing about, I'll give you guys a little FYI or on remote work that I quickly discovered. It just needs to get done in the time frame that you've been given, and it doesn't necessarily need to be done. You know, you don't necessarily need to like do it at a 9 to 5 sort of. Well, it has, you don't have to wake up at 8, work for 8 hours, and then be done. You can kind of take it as it comes. That's one of the nice things about all this. So, it's actually even better for you to do it like that. Just do it when you have the inspiration to do it. Because I find with me at least, like, I'll sit there and I'll work, I'll sit there and I'll look at it and I won't do it and I'll procrastinate and I'll like go on TikTok or search the internet for a few hours and then it's late in the night and I haven't done it. And it's like, instead, if I just kind of do it when I feel like I am in the right mindset to do it, I get a lot done faster. So I am not in the right mindset to do a job at the moment. I want to just hang out for a bit of time. So that's what I'm doing. I wish I could promote it, like the show I'm working on. I want to. Like when they start when. Yeah, that's very cool. Oh, that reminds me. It's the editing. I should mention something. What did you learn, Kelly, from me first of all? I should mention this. The editing is going to take me a while just because I have to do it in like when I'm free. But I am going to publish something on Amazon when it's ready. That thing I wrote for my last writing stream, I have been editing it, so it's coming. I have been editing it when I have free time. So it'll be out at some point, hopefully within like the next month or so. And I expect you all to buy it and give it. No, I would like you to give it good. No, can't say that. I get in trouble if I say that. I don't know if I signed. I don't think I signed an NDA, but I'm, you know, I signed my contract very fast. I will say that. So I don't think I signed an NDA, but all right, I gotta remove this whole Substack thing. Yeah, whatever. I don't have the website up and running yet. There's nothing to spill. There's nothing to spill, really. Like the thing about it is, there's no real like exciting like drama or anything. It's just a job at the end of the day. So Callie, what inspired you to take anthropology? Well, it's just like I wish there was something more exciting to talk about. Partly because the show isn't out yet, so I can't talk. I'd like to share some stuff with you guys about the show, but. Yes. Yeah, it works. So one of the things I guess I actually hired an artist. You know what it's like now that I have a job. I can hire an artist to draw my cover for me, and I've gotten the rough draft in. I don't want to reveal it yet, but it's really cool. It's really cool to get your rough draft. It's really cool to have like an artist, a really good artist, do stuff. Not that I don't think I'm a good artist, but this guy's like amazing. Yeah. Lizard. Can we talk about the? Yeah, it's going good. Where are you? Are you on Kick? There you go. Thanks. Yeah, it's going good. That works. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I can talk about it generally. Yeah. Well, that's I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, in specifics, because nothing is set in stone right now. That's really cool, Callie. It's cool. How to word this? I don't know what I'm nervous. The story should be cool. It should be cool. It's kind of a young adultish thing, I think, that people will be into. A little bit, yeah. The original thing is a little bit. Can get. Yeah. The source. No, I wouldn't even know where to find the original source. I mean, I know where to find it, but I don't. The source is a very, let's say, unique. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know what it. Yeah. The source is very unique and requires, let's see, a delicate hand to tell it, to adapt it properly, and I think we're doing. I'm pretty sure we've nailed it. That's a diplomatic way of talking about it. Welcome back. It's pretty dark, the original thing we're adapting, which I actually think is cool. It honestly, it's like, I've said this before, it's like a straight up horror. Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. It's a lot of that right now. It's honestly like me and Lizard were talking about like the company that we work for, that they'd be interested in doing like a horror series. It's a horror series, pretty through and through. Like it's all. Yeah, I think it's like with ghosts and like demons and like all like investigating like haunted houses and stuff. It's pretty cool. I really like that aspect of it. How like spooky you can get. That's my favorite part. Welcome back, Terrible. So, no, it's kind of a possession. It's very rooted in, you know, it's very rooted in like folk and cultural traditions, and it's actually the ghosts that are killing people. Okay, Bow. Sure. Okay. Yeah. It is very cool. It is very cool. And I really like that aspect of it. How, like... No, Battle does that. Yeah. I think that's really cool. I like the characters, generally. Yeah. I think you'd be a great actor, Callie. You have an interesting energy. What? You should minor in theater. Yeah, pretty much, and it's the main character's job to like assure that they return to the afterlife, is the general consensus of the story. They're like exorcists in a way, but with magic. Yeah, it's pretty folk. There's a. I'm not a huge fan of some of the element. We're cutting all of that. We're cutting all of that stuff out, by the way. All that stuff is getting snipped right out. So, yeah, my boss was not a fan of a particular thing that they keep going back to. Unfortunately, the later chapters move away from that pretty quickly, but it's like, I don't know. Have you ever seen like a really bad like crime TV show? where boy, I don't want to. I'm trying to walk such a delicate line, but it's there is a thing we've had to adapt out pretty succinctly to make this palatable to. No, not that. So there's a recurring theme where pregnant women keep getting killed. Like the first like 4 or 5 things they investigate is all like murders of pregnant women, and it just keeps happening. It's like over and over again. No, it's very rooted. I don't know. It's not that. It's not that. It's kind of funny in a way because it's like it just keeps happening. Random pregnant women keep getting killed. I think it has a lot to do with the actual themes of the story, and possibly the critiques that the original author was going for that don't translate super well into for Westerners. Yeah. No, it's more of a supernatural story about a teenage sorcerer. Is more of the meat of the bones of it. Yeah, we're not. It's like a case of the week thing, or like a monster of the week sort of thing is the way we're approaching it. Where it's like every week there's like it won't be every week, but it'll be like there's always a new monster that the family has to deal with, and it's the main kid's job to be like the one who has to send the ghost back. Yeah, so I'll have more like official news about it once the story Bible has officially been approved. So we're gonna start on Wednesday probably. Yeah, yours is complicated. If you guys don't know Lizard here, he's the one who got me this job. So everybody clap for Lizard. Yay, Lizard got me this job. And 2, can you reveal what you're working on? Because you're working on something kind of cool, but I don't want to reveal what it is. I won't talk about it, but Lizard is working on something legitimately very cool. Yeah, okay, yeah. He's higher up in the company than me. Yeah, like very legitimately, Lizard is working on something that has been adapted into an anime and a live action TV show. And I think I can say that, right? Because there's a lot of things that have that. Yeah, very close. Lizard was almost my boss. And then just a few weeks before I got hired, they hired somebody else for the position that you wanted me for. But it's all okay. I still got into the company, so yeah. Is that going well? Hope it's going well. It's weird. It's weird talking like I don't like I get nervous now talking too much about what's going on because it's like I don't want to reveal too much. Yeah. I can talk about my own little personal projects. I don't know if... Do you guys want to see the cover? You guys want to see the cover for... I heard... Listen, with my newfound wealth, I can now afford to hire like really cool artists. It's only like the preliminary black and white preliminary version, but let me show it to you. Let me where is it? Okay, that's good right. There we go. Oh, thank God. Wait, how do I show this? Oh, right. 1 second. Well, fortunately, that's my own personal thing. 1 second. I forgot. 1 second. 1 second. I gotta do a bunch of complicated things. Not complicated, but it used to be a little bit easier when I just was on Twitch. Okay. And I present to you the working cover, the cover for my Kindle single. That is pixelated to heck. Annoying. Very annoying. Oh, one sec. I know what to do. 1 second. I will just do this. 1 second. I'm just gonna. Here it is. Okay, I'm back on. Okay, 1 second. It's. I know, this is terribly exciting. Give me a minute. I love that it opens up big like this and I have to do it. Okay. I know, I'm sure there's a way to fix that, but 1 second. There we go. There's a tiny part of it. There we go. There's a tiny part of it. It's pixelated to hell. I'm sorry about that, but this is it. I'm calling it Jack and Alex versus the Space Mafia. I'm very excited for it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm very excited. It looks awesome, nice and full, and yeah. It looks awesome, but it's a little pixelated here on OBS, and I don't know why, but which annoys me. But yeah, I'm excited for it. See, having money means I can pay now like a really good artist to do work for me, which is very fun. Yeah, it should look fine when it's all presented correctly. Yeah. So I'm editing it right now, and I think it'll be good. I don't know. It's impossible to explain. I'm having real trouble explaining it to people because it's kind of absurd. I don't know. The nice thing about getting hired as a writer is that I don't know. Is that I now that I'm being paid to write, I don't care so much about like my writing being like sellable to publishers. I'm just trying to do what's fun for me. Because I used to care quite a lot about like, oh well, I gotta sell this to publishers and they may have opinions about it, and I should try and I'm like, no, I just want to do what's fun now. What amuses me. But what amuses me, I still need to like have a coherent explanation of it, and it does have a pretty coherent explanation of it. But anytime I try and explain it, it's like, well, you gotta. I think it makes sense. I'm pretty sure it makes sense. That's why the editing is taking so long. Is I'm trying to make sure it makes as much sense as possible. Anyways, it's about folk music. Is my easiest explanation. It's about folk music. And the Space Mafia, and magic, and Excalibur, and centaurs, and griffins, and Atlantis. But mostly, and vampires, but mostly folk music. So how's everybody's writing going? Terrible. How's your writing going? I have kind of like a little private personal goal this year with my own personal writing. We'll see if I can accomplish it. If I don't, it's no big deal because I'm in the industry now, so. That's good. Oh, that's fun. Is this still the cheese novel? Oh, nice, nice. That's fun. Are you saying it? Are they on Ace like Arnold Schwarzenegger says in Batman and Robin? Ace. What a wild performance that is. Okay, everybody. I'm sure everybody has Madam Web mania. Lizard, are you freaking out over Madam Web? All the things that was revealed in Madam Web? Terrible? Top 5 Madam Web. I know it's hard to stick to just the top 5 moments of Madam Web. Okay, fine. You can get 6. Boy, I don't know. By the way, I don't think so. I hope not. I mean, drawing like this already is a little bit antiquated in some ways. I don't know. I think, like, By the way, that video thing that, like, everybody was freaking out over, totally overrated. Totally overrated. It's like... I haven't seen it either. Do you think I have time to see movies now? Totally overrated. It's like all the videos they showed, they found it just on like stock images like a little bit later, and it's like, oh, it's just videos going through like a filter. It's just like these videos going through an AI filter. I don't know, possibly. Like, I mean, we've had talked about this before privately, but like part of the problem with AI is it can't get personalized past a point. Like, you can't just you can't have it just be like a character that you want to do and it look consistent throughout, is kind of my philosophy. We'll see, but that's kind of I'm gonna be honest, not super impressed by OpenAI's new thing. I was scared of it for like a minute, and then like I looked into it and I'm like, oh, all they're doing is it's just stock image filters pretty much. We'll see. I mean, AI is definitely something we're gonna have to be contend with, but I don't know. Like, okay, so I was watching Gilded Age. I've been watching the Gilded Age TV show this week. And I was thinking, like, Gilded Age, if you don't know, it takes place in the Gilded Age. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, these types of shows are really hard to do, because you have to find good houses that make sense to be in the 1800s. And then you have to do a lot of CG work to, like, make it look believable as that time period. And I was thinking to myself, like, AI will probably make it a lot easier for like people to do like period pieces like this, because all you gotta do is stick them in front of a green screen and then just go like house in 1800s and that'll pop up. But I don't know. So like the people that are potentially really hurt by a lot of this will be like second unit. Yeah, but like, so the job, no. I'll say this. The problem is you can't get AI to do that much. Like, you can't get AI to do super specific things. And for a lot of movies and stuff, like a lot of movies or a lot of studios, you need super specific things to be done. Like, creativity is all about specifics. And it just creates... We'll see. I've been hearing hype speeches about the new video making tool from AI, and was not impressed, Terrible. I will say this, was not super impressed. Not super impressed in the least. Most of the videos that they showed off are just videos that already exist. So, like, the thing right now we have to worry about, I would say, is, like, what is hurt right now? What is hurting right now is this. There's a lot of there was a lot of jobs that you as an aspiring writer could get into on the first level. that now will be kind of hurt by AI because like they'll just hire AI to do them. And those sorts of jobs where it's like it's kind of the starting opening jobs, that's the real, you should be afraid that those are probably going to go by. But it's like fiction, they can't write, AI can't write good fiction because fiction is a lot more complicated than just fiction is a ton more complicated than just like basic storylines. It requires quite a lot of intelligence, and who knows, maybe AI will one day be able to accurately replicate fiction. But if an AI is capable of that, we've essentially just created like life. We've just essentially created like human life if an AI is capable of writing a decent story. And once we get to that point, I'm like, ooh, that's a whole new ball game that I don't really know what we're gonna do with that when like an AI, if an AI is capable of writing a good story, an AI is capable of doing a lot of things. So like once we get to that point, like things are gonna like that'll just be the change in society, and I'm not sure exactly what that means. I would be artists though are definitely the people who are being screwed over by this by a lot. Like if you are an artist and you are like, there is a lot of jobs that artists used to be able to do that AI probably will take over for in quite a lot of ways, and that sucks, and artists should be very hurt by that. But right now, like what's at risk right now is kind of like the like lower, not, I don't want to say this, like, but working class sort of creative professions that you don't really even think about, but is true. Like, you know what's at risk right now? You know who's really at risk right now in losing like their main source of income? Like people who make stock footage for a living, like stock photos and stock footage. Like that used to be a relatively good source of money for like camera people, and that's who's in trouble right now. The stock footage guys. That was and still at the moment, but that's slowly going out the window, was a reliable source for cinematographers, a source of income for cinematographers to have, was stock footage. Was selling stock footage. That was a very reliable source that you could depend on. And it's like, you don't even think about stock footage, but it pops up everywhere. And you used to be able to make some money as an actor by doing stock footage things. Like Sam Liu from Kim's Convenience. He was a stock model. But it's like Shang-Chi. I know I'm saying that wrong. That's why I was afraid to say it, because I know I'm saying it wrong. He was a stock model, and he's, and that's how he started out in the industry, was by being a stock model. So, listen, I'm not saying don't be worried. I would be very worried, but I'm also saying, like, despite what the AI bros are really hyping up, it's not there yet. The technology is not there yet. There's a lot of things that ChatGPT can do to hurt writers as a general industry, but it's not at the point yet where companies will mass replace people with it. Not yet. Not yet. That the technology is growing every day, but I would say at the moment we're safe. But that's like me saying like I'm not saying like it's never gonna happen. I'm just saying right now, at this moment, we're safe. Anyways, like I could have like tried to like here's the thing, I could have tried to get AI to generate my cover for me, and I tried it, you know, I tried to see if it was possible. I was always going to hire a cover artist, don't worry, but I was curious to see if it was possible, and it looked awful. Every time I tried to generate a cover, it looked bad. It wasn't what I wanted, and I could have spent like hours doing it, or I could have just hired an artist, which is what I wanted to do, by the way. I wanted to hire an artist. I was very excited to hire an artist to draw one up for me, and I fucking love my cover so much. I'm so excited for it. It looks so cool. Anyways. But yeah, that's the AI talk. But I would say, like, I don't know. If we create an AI who is capable of, like, telling stories, I don't know, man. That's, like, that technology is so advanced, it's beyond me as an idea right now. Like, imagine that. Really imagine that. Like, we create an AI who's, like, capable of telling stories well. Like, what's the difference? Is that just, like, human consciousness? Did we just invent, like, a human brain? Like, but yeah, did we just create human level intelligence in a computer? Because that would be a pretty major deal. I don't know. Do you ever think? Yeah. No, it can. Well, it can maybe one day, but not. Good storytelling is a lot more difficult. You know, what I'm trying to tell you is, like, guys, yeah, guys. What I'm trying to tell you is your skills matter, and they are important. It is not something that you can just necessarily feed into an algorithm and generate a new story. It will require you to do that. Will require quite a leap in technology that's very different. And so trust me, your skills matter. They think they can replace. They can't. Not yet, anyways. Yeah. And also, like, none of this stuff is actually AI, by the way. It's. Listen, creating, like, a story that's good requires a certain level of emotional intelligence that computers are just not capable of, is my general belief. It's not just that you have to understand why people feel certain ways, you have to also understand a lot of stuff that is a little hard to process. It's why, like, these algorithmic movies, like, by the way, we see algorithmic movies in existence. Like streamers put out algorithmic movies all the time that are driven by, like, data trends. And they all flop. Netflix, Apple, Amazon, you know, have all tried to use algorithmic data trends to create films, and they've all been shit. They've all flopped super hard. Nobody was that interested in them. Yeah. Hey, have you guys seen the new not Chris Pratt. Chris Evans? No. Yeah, it's Chris Evans. No. Yes, Chris Evans. Sorry, there's a lot of Chris's. Have you guys seen the latest Chris Evans movie? The romantic comedy thing that he did? I'm pretty sure you haven't. It was very bad. That was an algorithmic movie that Apple created. They determined the set parameters of movies that people would like. Nobody saw them. Nobody saw it. Believe me, I am 100% aware how much movie studios would love to cut people out of the filmmaking process. And every time they've tried it, it's done bad. What were the biggest hits this year, everybody? Oppenheimer and Barbie. Two movies I would argue were hits, not because of like, you know, algorithmic success. They were hits. They were hits because people were excited for the subject material done by two major directors of the two of the biggest directors working right now. That's why they were hits. And Mario Brothers. I haven't seen Oppenheimer yet. I'm busy. I'm a grown up. I have grown up responsibilities now. Like, you try to explain that to a business. You try and explain that to like one of these fucking business major dudes. And it's like, I don't know. You know, maybe I'm naive. I'm in the industry now, so I guess I need to keep quiet, but don't worry. I haven't seen the Mario movie yet. I'm a grown up, but that was also a big hit. That shit sells though. I actually do kind of want to see it. I'm curious what it's like. Lizard, you still here? Did we lose you, Lizard? Lizard's sort of my boss, so everybody be nice. Well, Lizard isn't actually my boss, but he is higher up in the company than me. Hey, Callie. Welcome back. Welcome back! Oppenheimer was good. That's good to know. Then go to bed. I want to see that Acme film. I want to see that Acme film. I want to see. I'm shocked because it's written by James Gunn and it's a James Gunn movie. You think that would be people would be very excited to see it. No, people want to buy it. They don't want to buy it at the price Paramount that Warner Brothers wants to sell it for. That's the problem. I think both Netflix and Paramount made offers, but I think the price is just too high. Because it's in some ways it is cheaper. It would be cheaper to just write it. They don't think the money they'd make would justify the cost. Like, you think they have a streamer, they could just release it out on stream. They could just release it out on Max and be done with it, and they don't have to bother with that much of a publicity campaign. But they're doing weird shit, Terrible. They're doing weird shit. I know you can technically make a lot more money. There's ways to make... Yeah. Do you still have a DVD player? I don't think I have a DVD player anymore. No, wait, I have a PlayStation. Yeah, I can play it on DVD. I have a DVD player. I haven't opened my PlayStation in a long time. Nerd. Yeah. Well, we're grown-ups with grown-up jobs. We don't have hours to play video games anymore. Yeah, that's the criticism. I'm good with never playing Fortnite again, but... You mean Disney's Fortnite? Didn't Disney just buy Epic? Yeah, they did. Okay, I just read that they did. Once again, we're in the Disney machine. Ugh. That's my problem with Disney. It's like, eventually they always buy stuff. Like, I was a Marvel fan before like Disney owned it, and then they bought it. So I ended up like now I'm lumped in as like a Disney fanboy, and I was like, I was not that. Marvel is still. I didn't choose that. I didn't choose that. I was already there. Marvel picked it for me. Yeah. I don't know. Anybody looking forward to any video games coming out? I don't know. I'd love to get back into video gaming, but I just, every time I think about doing it, I have so many things I need to do first. Oh, where are you? Oh, Lizard! Lizard, where are you? Me and Lizard have been playing Pal World. Me and Lizard have been playing Pal World. It's interesting. It's fun. What book are you reading? I want to hear all about the books you're reading. You know, it's very, you know, people, you know, the thing everybody talks about, it's being a Minecraft riff. No, that's kind of my, no, I haven't heard about it. Is it bad? That's kind of my take on it. Is it's essentially, it's pretty, it's pretty, it's actually more of a Minecraft ripoff than a Pokemon ripoff. That's my general take on it. Or maybe more accurately like an art. No. Rant away. Arc survival, but with Pokemon. Anyways. Tell me about it. Hypermid. The worst thing in the world you can be. Mid. See, young people? We're saying it right. Don't you miss third-person perspectives? I miss third-person perspectives. Yeah. So what's it about a little bit? Sometimes when I read a book, I get the feeling that it's like it's more of a pitch for a TV show than trying to be a book. Yeah. So one thing I've noticed, can I still give writing advice? I think I can still give writing advice to people. Go on. I want to hear more about this book. But I want to give you a thing I've noticed in writing as I've worked. So, okay, this is complicated, but I've noticed lately that a lot of writers are okay. This is hard to explain. So I assume everybody when they picture their story pictures it as a movie, right? Like, you're all directing a movie in your head. I don't know. The romance can sometimes be pretty bad on these stories. Okay. Okay, so I do that too. So this is coming. But a thing I've noticed is a lot of really bad writing comes from the fact that people are writing it as a movie. Like, you'll notice this, like, he had a classic one I'm noticing, like, with really bad writing lately is, like, he had a negative expression. his face frowned. It's like he had a neutral expression, and I'm like, why are we spending like an inordinate amount of detail describing the expressions somebody had on their face, rather than saying he frowned, or he was sad, or maybe even giving a little bit of metaphor here. Like, what we're doing, I realize what people are doing is they're describing the acting and the blocking in scenes too much, and not just like what a movie would be, if this makes sense. Because like some of the worst writing I read now is he had a negative, like people go into like a detail, like are essentially giving notes to actors on how they should act in the thing, instead of just like describing the emotions that they're going through, if that makes sense. Does this make sense? Are people getting this? Oh, fuck. People gotta tell me if the music gets loud. I can't hear it. Okay. Okay. So, movies and books are different. We can all agree on that. There's similarities, but movies and books are different mediums that have different tools to express themselves. And see, what people do when they're writing nowadays is they express in their head, they're picturing a movie, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I do that too. But a thing I've realized is, instead of like, people aren't writing a book, they're describing a movie they saw. Does that make sense? So you get a lot of these like kind of really badly written lines where it's like, we get, and this comes away in a very, you'll start to notice this when you go like, are they writing a book or describing a movie? Because you'll notice things like there's a lot of, but there's like a lot of direction to what actors should be doing in a scene. Like they'll go like, he had a negative expression. His face was neutral. His body language was neutral. Like, they'll be describing physically what the characters should be doing in a scene, and it's fucking kills the pace every time I read it. You know what I mean? It's like, instead of describing what the person is going through, they're describing what an actor should be doing in the scene. If that makes sense. Like, they're describing what the actor would be doing in the scene in this particular part of the movie. And it's fucking like, it's murder on it's clunky, it sounds bad. And I've noticed people do this all the time, and it's yeah. Yeah, it becomes very easy to notice once you realize that's what's going on, is that people are just describing the movie in their head instead of writing a book. You'll start to notice it really quickly. And I've never liked those scenes, like when people like get really bogged down in like the expressions people are making. And it never occurred to me why until I was thinking, it's like, oh, because this is a movie. They're describing what's going on in a movie that they saw. So, like, I guess don't do that, is my advice for people. Like, don't do that. Realize you're writing a book. Write a book. Do not describe to people a theoretical movie that you saw. Write yourself a book. And you'll be shocked how much your writing improves when you're like, nope, this is a book. It's not a movie that nobody has seen yet. It's a thing I noticed and I stopped doing, and it's like my writing has improved quite a lot when I stopped doing that. And if you want to describe expressions on face, metaphors and use descriptive language and metaphors. Everybody, descriptive language and metaphors. You are a novelist. Let the types of words you choose convey the expression. You're supposed to be able to tell a story just with the words. With the words on the page. Another thing I noticed as a professional writer, here's another thing. I've noticed just things to avoid. Another thing I noticed, here's the thing. Avoid double negatives. I see a lot of writers put in double negatives in their thing, or it's double negatives usually. Like, kind of avoid that if you can. It's so much easier to, like, just say a positive, like, a single phrase instead of going, like, anyways. When writing, like, really look out for any double negatives and go, like, do you need the double negative or the double negative, or can you just get away with saying being affirmative in your writing? But yeah, remember, you are a novel. If you are writing a novel, you should be writing a novel. Don't write a movie. Don't write a description of a movie that you would like to see at some point. I don't know why it's dull, but it just kills the pace every time. Let's see, what time is it? So tell me about the Fourth Wing. I want to hear about the Fourth Wing. Hell yeah. Really? Yeah. it's not necessarily so bad. Pinecone Harley, what is up? How's it going, Pinecone? Yeah. Hey. Thank you. How's it going? Yeah. Pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah. Tell me about. Yeah. Well, that sounds very annoying. How's it going? Inkling? How's it going, Ink? How's it going, AK? How's it going? Good to. I am glad to hear it. I am glad to hear that things are going pretty good. What have we been all up to these days? Terrible over on Twitch, and as you can see here, has many a beef with the hit, I assume, hit novel, The Fourth Wing. Well, then you can be a little mean to it. 1 second. It is freezing in here. I need to turn up the heat. Give me a sec. So what's the YouTube contingent doing? How are people? Sit chair. Yeah. That's a bad book. I'm gonna just blanket declare that now. Oh, ooh, ew. Is it a cool spider or like mean one that will hurt you? By the way, I'm gonna declare this now. Books. If the defense of a book is, well, it gets better after like in the last 50 pages, that is a bad book. That means that the writer did not know how to get to the good parts. If they had good parts, they should have figured out how to get to them quicker. Don't make your readers trudge through a lot of bullshit. Does it have a name? What's the spider's name? Well, if it's not poisonous. Well, clearly it's the spider's house now, and you'll probably just have to move. Yeah. That's a good name. I named my spider. I would name a spider Friendly. I'm good at coming up with names. Really good. Quick! I don't think it's playing dead, Harley. I think it might just be dead. Let's all take a moment and remember the way Harley's spider touched our lives. Sorry. Nope, I'm flat. Oh. There it is. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. And you do stone cold stunners on them? Yeah! Do the stunner! Do the stunner! What a conundrum you've fallen into. Okay, in everybody's opinion, what's the cutest bug? What's all you Damn it, I've screwed this up like 3 times. What's everybody's favorite bug? Bees are cute. It's a stunner! It's a stunner! It's a stunner! Roly-polies, very cute. I like cotton moths. I think they're very cute. Nobody likes, the fluffy moths. I forget what they're called. I think they're called cotton moths, or they're very cute. Does anybody know? Okay. What other bugs? What are other bugs are people's favorite bugs? Ladybugs? I like ladybugs. Uh, my bug knowledge is limited. My bug knowledge gets limited after a certain point. I'm not an entomologist. I'm just a simple studier of bugs. Like how I knew. You're not a fan? Not a fan? Why aren't you a fan, Terrible? Don't you like Don't you like the creepy crawlies? How they could enter your mouth in the night and lay their eggs? Don't you like that? I thought that would be like your favorite thing. Well, you learn something new every day. I'm having fun. They are cool. They are cool. So how are you two doing? What have you got going on these days? What has been? No, that's not true. You don't. No. I guess I should play along, but you don't swallow. You don't swallow. Unless you want to, then you can sign up. But I believe in you, Harley. I believe that you could if you wanted to. I'm just looking for new references. I've tried to draw this one like 6 times and I keep screwing it up, so. Yeah. I've had one fly into my ear before. That was scary. It's actually happened twice. They just flew into my ear. You've inhaled? Yeah. I was playing good old baseball and a little fly thing flew right into my ear. Then it flew right back out, but for a second there it went whoo, whoo. It was a strange feeling. Oh, daddy longlegs are fine. I like daddy longlegs. They're not poisonous. I mean, they might be. I don't think they are. Oh, that's nice. Don't know. I assume there are female and male ones. That's a good question. Okay. What's so lonely? It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. I'm fine with it. I'd like more people to come, but also, well, you know, when I've done this before, okay, you know, sometimes I get like a lot of people, but YouTube did not feel fit to send my alert video out to people, so nobody really is showing up, and that's okay. Listen, I have a really cool, exciting, creative job, and I'm good. I'm good. I don't need nowadays. Like this is all just about hanging out and talking to cool people. Like, yeah, no. Have I? Were you guys here when I? I know you've been here before, Harley. Were you guys here when I talked about that? What? How? Yeah, I got the job. I don't know. I think I told people that I got that job I was talking about. So it's been exciting. It's been exciting, really scary, but kind of cool. I'm technically procrastinating from it right this second, but that's fine. Listen, listen, listen. The lesson I have learned is that remote jobs, as long as you get your work done in the day, you can your schedule is kind of opened. Oh, oh, you saw my thing. Well, good somebody. Let's see who's. Yeah, I don't know. It's not really getting promoted. Sometimes it get sometimes these those alert videos get a lot of views. I don't know. I'm trying not to think about it too much. Okay. Yeah, I according to my statistics, ton of people didn't see it. I'm not surprised you didn't. So I know, like it's not that I'm complaining a video did bad. It's if a video does bad, it's fine. But it's like it has no views. Like so, what that means is like it's not even being like promoted to people. Like if people hate the video, that's fine. You know, whatever. But it means that just like nobody is seeing it, which is weird. Which is weird and really annoying. Okay. Sorry, I'm just looking for references. I'm up for taking suggestions, by the way. If anybody wants to suggest me something. that's pretty. Okay. Yeah. Cool. So, we watching any fun movies lately? Seeing any fun things? What is life? What is life like for people out there? I don't know. I don't post as much videos as I used to, because I can't. Like, I just don't have time to post as much as I used to, and that can be frustrating. But you know. Oh, psych! Yeah. Shit. Oh, I'm so psyched for that. That movie ruled. Holy heck. Do you think they're gonna make more? Because there's like 20 Dune books. 6 of them are good. Welcome back. Oh man, I want to do that. You just reminded me of that. Yeah, they're dense. They're dense books. They're fun. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that so immensely. My goal is to try and get a stream every Saturday. Uh, you know, hopefully we'll see what my full schedule starts this week, so we'll see what that's like, and I might be able to do more, but nothing for certain right now. Terrible, lovely, lovely to see you. Have a great night. Sleep well, my friend. Not having the greatest start night. I'm a little bit too in my head tonight. With art, theoretically, I should probably sit down and pencil it first. But I don't know. I'm having fun just doing it with pen. Sometimes you have to be bold and just go I'm gonna just do this with pen. Thank you. Any games look good to people? What are people what's everybody playing nowadays? I don't know. I'd like to get into a new game. You're a big fan of craft. Yeah. Are you into Kraftwerk, the band Kraftwerks? Yeah, everybody's coalescing onto just a few games. Oh, it's a band, an older band. Oh, the Robert De Niro vehicle. You could say you've been impacted by Genshin. You've been really impacted by Genshin. I've never played that game. I know Terrible liked it a lot at some point. Isn't there an anime coming out for it? Genshin Impact. I'm pretty sure there is, right? I used to do a bit on this. I used to do a bit where I said such a dumb bit. I kept trying saying like releasing things, trying to propose like the worst version of Genshin Impact I could think of. I had it turned into like a vehicle for latter day Robert De Niro. That made me laugh, but I don't think anybody else got it. Favorite video I've made in the past few weeks, by the way, is the one where I created a fake Beatles movie. That still makes me laugh. That was not a hit. Nobody cared about it, but I thought it was really funny. Um. Oh, thank you. It's weird talking to people on YouTube because usually I'm used to talking to people on Twitch, and people on Twitch do not give a shit about my YouTube videos whatsoever. So tell me, Harley, what are you reading lately? What are the YouTube people reading? Tell me. Trust me, nothing's too embarrassing for me. You don't have to tell me, by the way. Just like, but don't. I don't judge. At the point in my life, by the way, I don't care that it didn't do that well. I mean, it would have been. Wait a minute. Is it It's The Selection. I have heard of this book. I remember this book, yeah. I'm aware of it, yeah. I haven't read it, but I think I was the age because I remember talking to the reason I know it is I remember talking to a few girls in school that were reading it. I think I was the right age. I don't know. Anyway, what I found fascinating about it. Okay, Harley, you want to know a fun, interesting little fact about that? More realistic than you probably think. I'm gonna take a swig of my tea and let you guys, because something like that used to actually happen. Dun dun dun. Okay. Let's talk Russian history. Russian history. So, the way. No, okay, I'll explain. Because it's not a fun. It was not a fun event. Russian history. Let's talk about Russian history and how the Tsar picked his wife. Used to be. They stopped this after a while. So Russian history for a long time is dominated by what is called the boyars. The boyars. Anyways, so how they and whoever the Tsar kind of selected to be their wife, the royal families would get quite a lot of power. So the way they made it fair was that the Tsar and his potential candidates would all be sequestered for a few weeks, and that way he would get to know the girls and eventually pick one. And it was supposed to be essentially kind of, yes, this is Russia. This is ancient Russian history. It was supposed to be more fair than like the Tsar just getting to decide on his own. Now, are you Russian? Listen. If I get anything wrong, please correct me. But this is in a book of Russian history I read, and I don't. The details are a little foggy. Anyways, but it was. So that's the way it's supposed to be, but that's not how it worked out, because oftentimes like there's numerous stories of like the Tsar was getting close to a girl, but the boyars did not want that family to gain any power, so they would just poison her. Like girls, like it would actually be quite dangerous for the wrong girl to get close to the Tsar, because they could very easily end up dead. So, I don't know if the selection was aware of this thing in Russian history that actually existed, where it was essentially a medieval version of a bachelor, but at the end of it, you would get married to the Tsar and be the most powerful woman in Russia, and your family would be incredibly powerful for years. But it was kind of a thing. It's more realistic than we probably realize. Pretty cool, right? No, I don't. Sorry. I strictly watch The Bachelorette now. Is it? Who is it? The Golden Bachelor? Or is that what we're all into? The Golden Bachelor? Jo- from Friends? Joey from Friends is competing in The Bachelor. Is that what you're saying to me? Listen, I'm old now. But don't tell me that Friends is too old of a reference. I'm very scared to find out if I would be very scared to find out if Friends was too old of a reference. Eh. I mean, eh. I watched every episode as it was airing, and I'm like, eh. No, I'm not that old. I think I was like 8. I think I was like 8. When did it end? I think I was around 8 when it ended. Um, but are you liking the selection? Lanny, what about you? Are you reading anything? Hey, listen, like part of my job involves writing stuff for young adults, so I'm curious to hear what the trends are. So because I am like that's kind of what my job is right now is writing a young adult book, essentially. Oh, so this is like your favorite? Okay, sure. Well, um, I believe. Well, I don't get to decide what I'm writing. Like that's I'm not in charge of that. I do get to write for a living, but I don't get to like it's not my job to figure out what I'm writing. Like I don't get to come up with the story. Maybe you should. I can, but it's nothing's published. It isn't out yet, so it's not out yet. So I don't want to say anything until it's out. I hope to promote it once it's out. I can tell you this: you'll be able to listen to it. I do have my a personal project that I'm working on that will be out hopefully sometime next month. If I have enough time to edit it, which is a big if. Yeah, I'll promote it. I work for a company called Pocket. Pocket FM. I don't know if you may have heard of us. It's an app. It's called Pocket FM. Have you heard of Pocket? They do a lot of promotion. Oh, well, it was a pleasure seeing you. I hope you hope we get to see you again. Yeah, it's fun. We got some fun stuff on there. You know, got a nice big team. A lot of cool people are working on it. Working on stuff. Including me. It's free for I forget. It's free for a while. It kind of you have to start paying. You can listen to a lot of episodes for free, but I forget when you have to start paying. Don't worry. Once it's out, I'll start promoting it. It's kind of a rule I have to not promote things until they're officially out. Oh, my book. It'll be free. You have to. You can either get it. You could either get it on Amazon or you can sign up for my newsletter, where it will be free. And the newsletter is free. But it's fun. The thing I'm working on for Pocket is fun. It's a young adult-ish. There's a bunch of horror vibes to it, so I don't know, but it's fun. So parental advisory and all that stuff. Oh, I will. I 100% will. But it's not ready yet to be promoted. I'm still in editing. I don't have the final cover yet. I'm still editing it. I don't have the final cover. So when it's ready to be promoted, I'll start talking about it a lot more. My stuff. I kind of wish I could. Yeah. I'm excited. The guy sent me the rough draft of the cover. I'm really excited. It's super cool. Yeah. I mean, I'm not this is for fun. Like the personal projects are just for fun. So I don't want to break the bank on them. I do a lot. I'm pretty good at editing. Well, truth be told, my mom helps me with the edits also. So let's see, what time is it? Yeah. What type of stuff does your sister write? Yeah, it's good to have family help you. Oh, I get that. I've been in that position too. Here's the thing. I say here's the thing quite a lot. It's a tick I have. But here's the thing. People are more accepting of stuff than you realize. When I was applying for this job, which is, by the way, a professional job, is my full-time job that pays me pretty well. Um, I was convinced, like, oh, this is gonna be so bad. This is gonna be so terrible. And then I was like, oh God, they're gonna suss me out right away. And they were like, nope, this is good. And I got nothing but good notes from the people I was testing with. So what I'm saying is, people, you're better. People, you're better. People, you're better than you think you are. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying this to brag. I'm just saying this to be truthful. Like, it's like I was convinced every second I was going through that I would flop, and then it kept not happening. Me flopping, who knows? Maybe I'll flop once the actual process starts. I don't think so. I think I'll nail it, but it's me being very braggadocious. But what I'm saying is, like, yeah. You do debate? Oh, good old debate. I used to do debate. Oh, I used to judge debate in college. That's how I would pick up extra money. Is I would judge debates. So you may have encountered me. You may have encountered me my judging. Yeah. I mean, like, it can be pretty arbitrary at times. Yeah. Here's what I would say from somebody who has been on the other side of it. Keep your point simple. Try and keep your point simple and as easily presentable as possible, and don't get inundated with what was it? Lincoln Douglas. I judge mostly Lincoln Douglas. I don't know. What type are you doing? Welcome back. Welcome back. Really? I always feel that's the simplest one to do. Oh, really? Yeah. I mean, what always frustrated me about debate is, like, they give you one subject and you have to just endlessly fight over that. Yeah, those are fun. I'll tell you this: whenever I judge debate, it was usually this is bad, but usually I could figure it out pretty quickly who was going to win. Yeah, probably should have done those. I was not a great debater. Yeah. Usually, when this is mean. This is terrible to admit this, but whatever. When I judge debate, usually it would just be about who could present their stuff more confidently. Now, well, it was like the usual thing I said. I was like, okay, who had the clear message? Who was able to keep on point? Who didn't get flustered easily when presented with new arguments? And if people fail to pick up on an argument, I always noted that. If like somebody failed to address an argument, that was like, oop, that's a point. That's a point against them. They've conceded it. I was always like, well, okay, you have blatantly conceded that point to your opponent. I guess you are not. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's hard sometimes, Harley. I will tell you very honestly. It is hard sometimes because kids break down and cry if they lose. I've had kids break down and it's not their fault. It's not, well, it is, but the other kid just was more captivated. Like, one of the times a kid cried was like, so it was this debate. It was this kid. It was these two debates. He did great. I loved. That sounds weird, but I love this kid's like speaking style and like presentation. And it's like he was great. He was a great talker. He could give. He was funny at times. Anyways, I had him for the previous round, and I had him win. But then he went up against this kid, and this kid did a really smart thing. He fought the very premise of debate as faulty. He debated the concept of debating, and the kid I was pretty impressed with him, and the kid had no way of countering this. He just looked totally lost and confused. And I'm like, well, buddy, I think you kind of lost this. I think you kind of lost this because it's like you're fighting the argument. You're having the argument. You're fighting the argument you wish you had. You can do that. That's perfectly allowable. Well, Harley, you gotta think on your feet. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of the game. Try it. It's a very valid strategy. Fight the very concept of debate itself. It completely throws people off. I felt so bad because I was like, kid, you're fucking great at this, but no, the other guy got it. He totally outsmarted you. Yeah, have them I've seen kids pull that trick before where it's like they'll even third parties. It was, how does America need third parties? Anyway, yeah. I believe that was like the national topic that year that the debate society had set forward. Yeah, no. Yeah, it's, I don't know, that rhetoric stuff can get quite funny at times because it's like, I mean, what it's really training you to do is be a lawyer and debate like things that you might find ridiculous. I mean, I hate to say it, but poise is actually quite important in all of this stuff. Like just being able to convey a message clear. I think like the most important thing I learned, that I ended up judging was like, because like a lot of kids, what will happen is they get really lost in like the points that they're making, and like you'll lose the thread really quickly of what they're trying to say, and it's like I was like, well, I literally don't know what your point is. like I literally don't know what argument you're making because you're just you're like giving a lot of contradictory information, and it's like I don't know what you're saying. You don't really have a strong thesis, so I have to give it to the other person. By the way, that's we used to do writing advice. That's true in writing, by the way. Also, everybody, that's true in writing. Uh, if people don't understand what's going on, go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed. Don't stay up on my account. I probably will be logging off soon too. I have work to do. Also, I'm really hungry, so I'm gonna make myself some dinner pretty soon. Let's see. Night. Yeah, it's probably. I don't know. I want to keep going, but it's like responsibilities. I have responsibilities now. Anyway, so the kid, when that happened, the kid broke down crying. I have never felt worse in my life than that moment where the kid broke. I had a kid break down crying on me. I did not want it. I did not want to like do that. I did not want to like. Yeah. Okay. We'll go for another half hour and then I'll call it. I'll call it there. I did not want to have the. I hated. That was a horrible feeling that I had to go through. Ah, man. Because once this is over with, I have to. Yeah, I'm tired. Okay. Who's here? Who's still here? Toast? Yeah, 3 hours. I probably should call it here. Okay. Okay. Night. Have a good time, everybody. Uh, I'll I'll try and be back next Saturday, but no guarantees. But ostensibly next Saturday, and if I have time, maybe I can squeeze in another one at some other point. But that's a big if. Night.